So last week I was talking about making decisions and the power behind that. The decision I made as I recorded last week was to go for scale in my business and go for investment. So this week I'm still feeling the same overall and I'm still going for that, and some good things have happened, some strange things happened too this week. But I did meet with one of my mentors and he's fantastic. He knows an awful lot about setting up a business to scale. And we sat down together and we went through all my financial projections. This is a part of my business I'm not so good at and I don't really like. And I can be brave in approaching someone to do a sales, to pitch my product. But when it comes to money and big numbers, I get scared. I don't know, that's just me. That's just what happens. But what I learned from him was kind of the idea that going for investment, I'm actually doing the investor a favor in a certain sense, because they're looking to gamble, you know, they want to back a horse, you know. So the banks aren't giving them that amount of interest, but a business can. So if they put 100,000 into a business, and then you need to manipulate, but also honestly, of course, go through your numbers and show that by year 3, the profits of the company should give that investor back maybe 5 times their original investment. So basically they know that they're going to get a huge chunk back based on your profits within 5 years, just like 3 to 5 years. So then that meeting went really well, and it got me kind of having that perspective of going for this, going for that growth. And then an email came through from an Enterprise Ireland representative, and she's head of the female entrepreneurship, and she's been super helpful to me. She just sent me forward an email showing this company in the UK that are looking to invest in wellness companies. So it's kind of like amazing if these things come together, and then I get Enterprise Ireland matching the funding as well. It's still daunting and scary, the idea of going for this growth. But I know, as I said last week, I can't have things continuing where this is just a lifestyle business and it can only grow as much as I can produce the products. So I mean, it's the only way. It's got to grow or else it's got to shrink. It's going to shrink. So I'm kind of determined to keep going with that. But the life of an entrepreneur is really like a wave, and you know, you actually are facing your own insecurities all the time. And this past week I noticed that I did something really strange, that, you know, I've been in business 1.5 years since I launched the products into the market in March 2016. And for the first time in the past week, I put my products into a market in Dublin. You know, I think it just reflects my fear of going forward and making this big, that I actually went back and bailed on myself almost and went backwards. I mean, my product didn't even fit with the market. My product is you know, it's got the proper branding, it's got the barcodes, it's got the everything to make it fit into retail, and then I am there in the market, and it kind of was almost like a step back, and I didn't do much business anyway there. There wasn't many people at all. There was a complete flop. You know, because it's super important to discipline your mind into sticking with the goal, because once you've made a goal, you're going to fall off sideways a little bit. You're going to be influenced by people, or your own self-sabotage comes in. So I realized the importance of discipline in the mind to stick with a goal when you've decided on a goal. Yeah, but at the market, like, I generally always try to make the most of every experience, everything, and I tried to turn it into an opportunity even when it wasn't going so well. I decided to go to the surrounding cafes nearby, and I presented my product to the managers there, and they liked it. So I got 3 new long-term sales, long-term customers out of that experience. Yeah, so what else happened this week? Okay, something really exciting happened this week then also. Itsy Ireland contacted me to request more information about my herbal wellness program for each of their 50 employees. And Itsy Ireland are an amazing company, and they're growing. They're a fantastic company. They're based in Dublin, and it's kind of what also could come from the back of that sale, because other surrounding companies will be influenced by Itsy, and they may also want to copy what they're doing for their staff. The wellness program that I offer companies is basically a pack of tonics, handcrafted premium organic herbal tonics, to each of their employees at their desk to help with their energy levels. It helps with stress levels, it helps with their immune system. But it's not being done at the moment currently, so it's a new idea, it's a new concept that I must usually push and pitch and follow up and never hear back, and follow up and never hear back. It's a long, slow process, and it was quite amazing that day, just during this week, when Itsy Ireland contacted me, and it just happened so easily. I just want to also explain something exciting that I've noticed this week. I started to use the law of attraction, and that's where I feel the Itsy thing happened. One morning, I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning, and sometimes I'm not so bright and cheerful. I can be grumpy. So sometimes I need to listen to something motivational on YouTube, and in this particular morning I listened to Earl Nightingale, and so he has a book, an audio book called The Strangest Secret, and what Earl Nightingale describes success as is the progressive realization towards a worthy goal or ideal. Which makes sense to me, because I'm happiest when I'm reaching for something and I see things coming together to achieve something. I think if you spend your life aimless, or even one day where you don't have a clear goal, it doesn't go as successfully as a day where you have some target in mind, an intention. And even just if you're going to have fun and you're meeting your friends or you're doing something relaxing, just to even have a feeling that out of this I want to experience joy, or out of this I want to experience relaxation, then you'll get that, and then life is more juicy and interesting that way. But I was listening to this CD that morning, this YouTube video that morning, and Earl Nightingale was talking as well about how to discipline your mind to keep it on track, and I actually then experienced the falling away from that. But he also talked about acting as if you've already achieved your goal, and how would that feel? So for me, my goal is financial, because I need to make this business profitable in order to continue following my dream. So for me, I have put out there that I'm looking for more sales. That's how I will increase my profits. And I started to that day act as if I already had a thriving business, and I kind of considered how I would behave, how I would treat people, and I just felt, oh my God, I'd be so grateful, and I would probably treat people with more graciousness, and everything in my life would feel more elegant, because it goes with more ease when you have more money. So I did that, and I just think it's kind of crazy and amazing that night then Itsy come to me requesting to do business potentially. So it was really nice to see it in action. A really nice thing that happened this week was I got a letter in the post, and it was from the local enterprise office, and they've selected my business, selected me I guess, to pitch to the next round for Ireland's Best Young Entrepreneur, and that's going to happen in mid-November, which is exciting and really nice, and it would be amazing because I just really want to grow brand awareness for my product. So this coming week I'm going to continue to use the law of attraction and get comfortable with the idea of scaling up my business, because I think that's still a challenge for me. Get comfortable with big numbers, and have the feeling of having more big customers like Etsy, and how that would feel for my business and where I could go with that, and how I could employ people, and how I could have a really nice office, and just the feeling of growth and expansion. I'm going to focus on that this coming week. I'm going to get my projections nailed and get them really right, that it feels right and it is right and it is truthful and it's also attractive to a prospective investor. Going to see how I can continue to grow my sales, and I'm going to have fun in between, because if I'm not happy, nothing in my business is happy. So I'm going to take some time out this coming week as well to do dancing, or to do some yoga, hang out with some friends, go to the beach, and do running and exercise as well, be out in nature, because that's where I can replenish and feel better.